Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lacey and I am documenting every day what God is doing in my life. I just figured that I didn't live this 24 hours without any kind of purpose to it, and sometimes I feel like it's harder than other days, but I really wanted to do this social experiment where for at least a year I documented every single day what God was doing in my life and how I was changing, because I could look back years down the road and know that I was different, but really truly didn't know how I got there. Which brings me to what happened today. So today was actually like a pretty good day, just kind of regular stuff, nothing crazy. And so I was sitting down, kind of reflecting, trying to figure out like what God's telling me, what I'm trying to do, and I was just nothing. And as I was driving earlier today, I felt like God was telling me like just keep moving forward. But I was driving, so I was like, okay. And he was just telling me like keep going, like you're going in the right direction, like keep going. I had all these like memories back to another time when God had spoke to me and he had told me that I needed to do something, and that seemed kind of crazy. And he had told me like you're brave, like I made you brave, like you have to do this. And I kept having just these vivid memories as I drove. Fast forward to this evening, I was reading for a discipleship group that I'm in 1 Samuel, kind of all about like Saul and David and their little conflicts, I guess is a nice way to put it. It was so interesting to me because David has all these chances to kill Saul and has like totally justify killing Saul. Like Saul's been pretty terrible to him, right? He ends up being able to kind of kill him again, and he doesn't. And then they kind of have this conversation from pretty far away, I would assume, safe distances and whatnot, and they kind of talk to each other and everything's good. And the interesting thing I thought was that David kind of confronts Saul and says, like, if this is of God and I deserve this and you're really upset with me and like this is something from God, like I'm okay, like I'll take it all. But he tells him too, like if this is a human emotion, basically, then no way. We're gonna go to blows, because like I'm not gonna accept that. I thought that was interesting in the fact of David does some pretty crazy things over his life, but he always trusts God's purpose. And it made me think like when we're in conflict, when stuff is going on, what is our first reaction? Like, is our first reaction like, do I trust God? Is this from God? What's the reaction that we have? And honestly, like, mine aren't that good. Like, I don't know about y'all out there, but mine just aren't that good. And so when God was telling me today just to like keep going, I was like, okay, I hear you, because he's like, trust what I'm telling you to do, like keep going. And I think that these days are honestly harder than these profound days where I can come to you and be like, God said this amazing thing to me, or showed me this, or changed me in this way. When I just have to keep pushing forward, that is a whole different type of obedience. And it's something that I feel like I learn new all the time, right? I feel like I haven't got it right yet, obviously. So I'm just going to keep pushing forward, doing what God tells me to do. And I'm really going to meditate on this and how David was in these situations and how his first reactions were so instinctual to God and trusting God. And I love that. So I'm really praying in my own life that I can move like that and I can just keep trusting him and moving forward. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for coming over, and I hope this message gave you something to think about. I will see y'all in another brand new video. Bye for now.